Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy BDB, and today I have a video I want to talk about. So obviously it's going on in the NBA with the Los Angeles Lakers. Apparently they don't have a strength and conditioning coach because apparently they lost it. Then they posted it all over social media, well, on the internet, and you can apply for the job. And apparently for the job, and I already checked for the job, apparently there's already over 200 applications, but it's going to make you over 200,000 a year, something like that. And apparently the job description is you have to be motivating and holding a play. You have to be motivating and holding players accountable for what they do in the weight room. First of all, why do I have to motivate somebody and hold someone accountable for what you're supposed to do? If you don't just get it done yourself, you don't really want to do it in the first place. And that's on you. Now I see why the Lakers, it tells me more and more and more why the Lakers get eliminated in the first round. Because you are not holding yourself accountable and they're not motivating yourselves. First of all, why does my strength and conditioning coach got to motivate me to do better? First of all, I'm going to motivate myself, saying, all right, I can do this, I will do this, and let me get right. Now, your strength and conditioning coach, they can like make you like, you know, say like if they're like, come on, man, give me your last all, give me all, give me all. You can like, I can do all that. But it all starts up here for yourself and your mental to tell yourself that you can do it. If you're not telling yourself you can do it, it ain't going to do you no good versus someone else telling me I can do it. It's not going to do you no good. And that's real. If you're not telling yourself that you can do it, someone else telling me that I can do it, it don't do no justice. But this whole thing is like, I'm confused. So now my question is the Lakers the only team that's dealing with this in the NBA? Or is there other NBA teams that where they have to, like, their NBA players are not really doing what they need to do in the weight room? Because if you got to think about this process. The Lakers, most of those players went to college. LeBron, I think, is the only player on that team who's came from high school. Most of y'all went to college. Most college coaches, most college teams, they make you lift weights. They make you do weight room workouts. You have to lift weights in college for 4 years, depending on how long they stay. You, regardless, lift weights in college. You get to the NBA, you got to still do some conditioning, still got to lift weights in the NBA. And even in college, like I said, you lift weights and you mainly do conditioning. So when you get to the NBA, and I've heard someone say it, how I can't remember his name. I think it was Ryan Kelly. He used to play for the Lakers. Ryan Kelly and Brian Scott was there as a coach. He used to say how he was a big conditioning guy. And that makes sense. I always felt like this. To be a good athlete, to at least be a suitable athlete, you got to at least have great conditioning. If you're not a great conditional athlete, like you can't stay in the game, then it do you no justice. I'd rather a player who can drop me 15 points a game. I've been said this. You can drop me 15 points a game, playing at least an average of 25 to 30 minutes, versus a player who can drop me 25 or 30, but you can only play like 15 minutes. No. Even though the player with 30, you might be, oh, but he got 30. Guess what? I can barely keep him in the game because he's always, he's tired. He's just, coach, I need, take me out. Really, buddy? Really? But, like I said, bro, a lot of this stuff is explaining why the Lakers lost in the first round. If you guys are not being conditioned, if you're not conditioning yourself, and you're not doing what you need to do in the weight room, what makes you think you're going to get far? And here's what they need to do as the Lakers. If I was the Lakers, I'm saying everybody who ain't doing what they need to do in the gym. I want to know who is all the players not doing what they need to do in the gym. That's what I want to know. Like, Who are the players that aren't conditioning, aren't lifting weights in the gym? Who are they? Because I can kind of tell. You can, when we look at Laker games or you watch the Lakers, I don't really watch any NBA games no more because I don't know. I just really haven't this year. But when you look at the Lakers and how they play, you can tell who's conditioned, who you can tell who actually does stuff in the weight room. You can tell. Anybody can tell a basketball player who actually puts in work and another basketball player who's like lollygagging. Regardless if you're a professional or if you're a college, high school, middle school, elementary school, even military league, you can tell like, okay, this player actually like they're actually like a hooper, like they play basketball, or like they're actually trying, they actually condition, they actually work out, they actually do all this stuff. And versus a player who's like, oh, he's just here for a jersey. He's just here to get some likes on Instagram. He's just here to get some money and then he get his butt down. That's it. So for the Lakers to have all this going on, that's very sad though. That's very, very sad for the Lakers. And when I first heard about this, I said, the Lakers? The Lakers were Luka, Don, A-Reeves, and then LeBron? I said, nah, that can't be true. That can't be true. But it is. So if you want the job, apply for the job. See if you can make $200,000 a year. See if you can be the strength and conditioning coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. And then sometimes, hey, and if you get the job, guess what? Some of y'all lifelong dream of meeting LeBron James. And if you want to meet his son's Bonnie, guess what? You will fulfill your dreams. This is basically like a gift from God. So that's going to consist of the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll have more videos out there for you.